Hello everyone, today Abhimanyu Career Point has brought you with the second part of our topic Stars and Solar System Class 8 Science. In the first part, we have studied about Moon. If you have not seen the first part, the link is given in the description box. Okay, before we start, do press the bell icon and subscribe button to let you miss with any topic by Abhimanyu Career Point. So let's start with our today's topic. What you can see here? Yes, clouds and what? Stars. Here you can see the tiny twinkling stars. Our topic for today is stars. So there are two kinds of stars in your syllabus. Number one is the sun. Number two, the starry sky that you can see in the night sky. How beautiful and serene it is, right? So what are stars? A star is a tiny twinkling luminous object in the sky. Stars emit light of their own. Stars are so huge in size, but since they are very far away from the earth, even farther than sun, they appear very small to the human eye. And stars are present during daytime, but they cannot be seen because of the bright sunlight. So here you can see stars are tiny twinkling luminous object. Luminous object means that any body that can emit light of their own are known as luminous object. It means stars emit light of their own, and they are so huge in size, but they are so very far, so far away from us that they appear so tiny twinkling luminous object to us. Right? And they are even present in the daytime, but because of sun's bright light, they are not visible to us. Next, stars appear to move from east to west. Why is it so? Why stars appear to move from east to west? Yes, you have guessed this right, because Earth rotates from west to east, like a sun appears to rises from the east and sets in the west. Why? Because again the reason behind this is Earth rotates from west to east direction. Same is the case with the stars. Our first star, the sun. It looks something like this. The sun is the nearest star from us. That's why it appears so big to us. It is the main source of heat, light and energy for all planets including Earth. The Sun and his family of 8 planets, satellites and other celestial objects is commonly referred to as solar system. Sun has his family known as solar system, and that family, Sun is the head of the family, right? And it is also the main source of energy, main source of heat and light to our Earth. If there is no Sun, the earth can become a cold desert, or I can say the coldest desert. Next, it takes 8 minutes for sunlight to reach the earth. This is what we call the speed of light. Isn't it interesting? Sun's light take 8 minutes to reach to us. Now just think, the stars, those who are very far away from us, if they are formed today, it can take years and years to reach to us. So if today any star is formed, we will see after so many years its light. We will see after so many years twinkling in the sky. Or we can say today we are seeing stars twinkling in the sky. Just imagine that how many years before it has born, they are in the sky. Right? So it takes around 8 minutes. Our sun takes around 8 minutes to reach us. Sun's light basically. So here is a question for you. Sun is the largest star in the universe. Is it true or false? Yes, it's false. It's not the largest star, but it's the nearest star to our Earth, right? Next. It takes around dash minutes for the sunlight to reach Earth. Yes, 8 minutes. Approximately 8 minutes, 8 to 8.5 minutes to reach the surface of the Earth. Next star is pole star. So what is pole star? You might have seen a star there in the sky who does not change its position at all. Why is it so? Because pole star is located on the axis of the earth, so this appears stationary and does not move at all. Pole star is also located very close to Ursa Major. Ursa Major is one of our constellation that we'll study further in this lecture. Here you can see the Ursa Major. Here the group of stars, they are forming the Ursa Major, and pole star is located so close to this Ursa Major. So as pole star is located above the axis of the earth, so it does not change its position. It means it does not appear to us moving from east to west. It does not have any effect of rotation of the earth, right? So the stars appear to spin around the North Star, or we can say Polaris, or we can say pole star, as earth slowly rotates. As you can see in the picture, it's appearing like there is a fixed middle point, and the other stars, they are rotating around this fixed middle point known as the pole star. If observed from Earth, all the stars appear to revolve around the pole star. This is the question for you. Is it true or false? Yes, it's true. Why is it so? Because pole star is located above the axis of the Earth. Next, constellations. Before we study different constellations given in your syllabus, let's know that what are constellation? Let us study about this word. So constellation is a group of stars forming a recognizable shape. Here you can see so many group of stars, and they must be forming some recognizable shape. If you see the night sky, you can take 7 to 8 stars, and you can form like they are looking like a spoon, they are looking like a bowl. This forming of a shape by a group of stars are known as constellations. Okay, constellations were devised during ancient times by people to help them recognize them. So they gave them the shapes of familiar objects and people. Constellations were the name. The name of the shapes were given by the ancient people. So you can see constellations have come up from the ancient times, right? So a group of stars that appear to form a pattern in the sky is known as, yes, constellation. Here you can see different group of stars. They are forming different kinds of patterns, different kind of shapes of different things, or we can say different peoples, right? Next, our first constellation in our syllabus is Great Bear. Now we'll see there must be group of stars forming a Great Bear in this topic, right? Okay, before that, Great Bear, also called Ursa Major, Big Dipper, Saptarishi. Here you can see the group of stars. They are known as Ursa Major. We have studied in the pole star slide that pole star is located very close to this constellation, this Ursa Major. Okay, generally seen during the early part of the summer, it appears like a big ladle with 7 prominent stars. You can count the stars, they are 7. 3 stars in the handle. Obviously, here you can see these are the 3 stars in the handle, and 4 stars forming like a bow. This constellation appears to move from east to west again. Why? Because Earth rotates from west to east. You are right. Now you'll just notice these are 7 stars. How they can form a Great Bear? But name given by our ancient people. They just gave names of around 80 to 88 constellations. Then what happened in 1925 when astrology came into existence? They said enough is enough. Now no more shape giving to these group of stars. No one is going to lie down on the terrace and give any shape to these stars. No, we can be silly 80 to 88 times, but not more than that. So you will see bear and these 7 stars, bear and these 7 stars. You will realize, ooh, it does not make any sense. You could have made it a snake here. You could have made a chameleon here. You could have made Tom and Jerry here, right? So it was given by our ancient people. So you have to remember it that it is also known as Great Bear. So, a question for you. Ursa Major or Saptarishi constitutes dash prominent stars. How many? 7 or 8? Yes, 7. Next constellation is Orion. It is also called Hunter Star. This is Orion. This group of stars is known as Hunter Star, or we can say Orion. It can be seen during winters in the evenings. It is made up of around 7 or 8 stars, bright stars. The brightest star in the sky, Sirius, is located very close to this constellation. Here you can see the group of stars forming Orion, right? And here is the Sirius, the brightest star in the sky. This Sirius is located very close to this constellation Orion. Again, you will say, if this is Hunter, then I bet ancient people have not seen Hunter in their life, right? But here, the name given by the ancient people, so you have to remember it, Hunter Star. Your next constellation is Cassiopeia. So let's tell you what is Cassiopeia constellation. It is visible during winter in the early part of the night. This is Cassiopeia. Yes, you can see it vaguely looks like M or W, but you will now see that what a lady sitting here doing in this W shape. Cassiopeia actually was the name of a beautiful lady. After her name, the name of this constellation is being given out, but again you will see that how W can make a lady. So you have to remember, you know very well the reason behind this. So you can see that it vaguely looks like M or W. So do count how many stars are there in this W. Yes, around 5 stars. So these were the 3 constellations: Orion, Cassiopeia, Great Bear, or we can say Ursa Major, with pole star and the sun in your syllabus under stars. So before we go, do tell me, constellation Orion can be seen only with a telescope. Is it so? True or false? Yes, of course, false. Because constellation Orion can be seen during winters around late evenings. It is one of the most magnificent constellations in the sky, visible to the naked eyes. So you can see Orion. Do watch the Orion today. Any questions? If you have any doubt in this topic, you can mention it below in the comment section. I'll try to clear it out. I'll try to give the answers there only. Okay? So it's time for your homework. You have to observe these constellations for a few days, and you have to observe 2 things here. Number 1, do you find any change in its shape? Do you find any change in its position? So here is your homework, and thank you.